All you baseball fans out there, this is Baseball Genius, show number 2. We're going to get started with giving you the proper way to contact me on YouTube. And here we go. It is CAROAR68PTURE. Okay? One more time. CAROAR68PTURE, and that'll get you the show here. Post your comments, tell me how much you love me, how much you hate me, how good I am, how bad I am, because I am the baseball genius. But today we're going to talk about Alan Trammell. I see he was up for nomination on the ballot of the Hall of Fame, and I'd like to know what you people out there think. A lot of you Detroit Tiger fans out there probably remember old Alan Trammell, number 3, shortstop. He batted right-handed and threw right-handed, and he has old buddy there, Lou Whitaker, on second base. I remember when they both came in together and as rookies, and what a dominant shortstop and second base he were for years. And old Lou Whitaker, remember him? He used to lead off. And yeah, that was back when when they first came in, they had them stupid little polyester uniforms. Remember them? Wow, what a day! But on a serious note here, I'm going to probably anger a lot of people from Detroit, but I'm going to say Alan Trammell, I think, falls short for the Baseball Hall of Fame. Good man, good person, good ambassador to the game. Not the best shortstop in the world, but real good. I mean, one of the better ones, but not the best. I just think he doesn't make it as the Hall of Famer. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion. And once again, understand, this show is about my opinion. Self-proclaimed baseball genius. I just think he falls short. But I'd like to see him stay in the Detroit Tiger organization. I think he'd be good for scouting. I think he does a good job there. He's not management material. But there's room for him. I mean, if they can keep Jim Leyland hanging around there, they sure as heck can have Alan Trammell. But Jim Leyland, that's another show, another epic there, and once again, there'll be a lot of controversy over that, how I feel about Jim Leyland. But I just think he falls short. I'm not upset one bit that he didn't make it in the Hall of Fame. Not everybody can get in there, because I hold the Hall of Fame like the Holy Grail. I mean, come on, people. You know, some people get in the Hall of Fame, and I wonder, are you kidding me? I watched him play, and I didn't think he was that great. But, you know, these people vote him. You know, they have sports writers that vote him in the Hall of Fame. And I understand how they go. They go by, their as a person, what they've done to the game and what they've done for the game and stuff like that. But sometimes I wonder, how did that guy ever get in there? But now the two that they did induct, Piazza, very good player, very good catcher. I think he deserves it. I watched him play. The thing that sticks out in my mind is, remember when he was batting against Roger Clemens and the bat broke? He took the bat, he threw it down. Roger Clemens thought he was throwing at him, and they were going to get into it. Big old testosterone crap going on there. But I think Roger Clemens would have got the short end of the stick on that one. But oh well, what goes around comes around, I guess. Now Ken Griffey Jr. Oh yeah, I remember him when he was with Seattle. Wow, he was something else. Then he went to Cincinnati, and he was plagued with injuries, but that's what happens, and year after year after year, he seemed to be really plagued with injuries. I thought for somebody that was so good, and then all of a sudden it's like one injury after another, but, some bodies aren't as durable as others, and that's just human nature. You can't help that. But, yeah, I think both them boys, they deserved the Hall of Fame. They were good. I watched them, and just think, I had somebody ask me the other day what some of the great players that I actually got to see, and I got thinking about it. Boy, I got to see a lot of them. George Brett, Nolan Ryan, guys like that. Jack Morris, a lot of greats. Jack Morris, yes, a very good pitcher. I think he's no Verlander, I can tell you that. Never was, but he thinks he was. But he was a good pitcher, real good pitcher. I've seen a lot of greats, Derek Jeter play. Man, I tell you, Derek Jeter is just He is such a good person, such a good player. He played the team. He played the game well. Was really mature. I mean, he came in New York. It's not easy to play in New York, but he came in good. But I've seen a lot of good players, but I think my all-time favorite Detroit Tiger player was the old lefty Mickey Lolich. He was my favorite. But let me know what you think about Alan Trammell, and let me, tell me if I'm right or wrong or whatever. It doesn't matter. This is my show, and I film it in my own place, so it's my show, and it's all my way. It's kind of like Burger King. Have it your way. But I love a good debate. And as far as bench coaching, I think Vila should have changed out the bench coach. I think he should have retired Gene Lamont, like the last segment we talked about. I got the perfect guy for him. I think the perfect guy to help Brad Ausmus. It'd be like, they would just make it good as a team together, would be the number one Kirk Gibson. I think he would be excellent as a bench coach. I mean, when the team is not playing good, Ausmus can move the men around and pulls people out and put them in. But old Kirk Gibson, he can kick a few coolers around that dugout. I don't think too many people are going to mess with Kirk Gibson. I mean, I've grown to gain a lot of respect for him. He's a smart person. I think he looks at baseball a lot different than he used to. I remember when he was a rookie, he came in and, he was kind of a prima donna when he played for Sparky Anderson. God loves Sparky Anderson, but he did have his favorites. Kirk Gibson did, he was an okay player. He had his good points, good games and bad games, more bad games than good games, but I just think right now he's matured. He's so good. He's so knowledgeable. But I think they need that. Brad Ausmus, and then Kirk Gibson as a bench coach. I think it's time to put him down in there if he wants to. You can't make him do it. But I think he'd be the best spot for that. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Put your comments in on that. We can always talk about that in another segment. I'm just throwing stuff out there to try to get these comments going, and then we get some really good heated ones. We'll get some good debates going. All I ask is you keep it clean. Don't get personal, because this is just an opinion show. It's my opinion, and it's no more, no less, other than I am a genius when it comes to baseball. I love the sport. I've played it. I've coached it. I've managed it. I've sponsored championship minor league teams, Connie Mack leagues, and all that stuff. It's really good. So that's spring training is going to be around the corner. I can't wait for that. I think they're going to be good this year. I don't think they'll go any higher in second place. I think that's about all they're going to get this year. Not because they're terrible or they're no good. It's just I think there's just a lot of talent out there right now. I predict Kansas City to go to the playoffs. They're very deep in pitching, and they are still really good. I would have liked to see Detroit get Cespedes. I wish and I hope they still can. They should have never got rid of him. But I called the shot on that one. It's like the shot heard around the world. And when they started faltering in late June, early July, I told people, I said, you watch, Dombrowski's either going to get fired or he's going to leave. I said, he's on his way out. And he's going to do the same thing to Detroit he did with Miami. He's going to gut this team, let some of the top free agents go, put them out there. And then when he goes to a team, and I thought he was going to go to Houston. I thought he was going to GM Houston, but he went to Boston. And I said, when he goes out there, he's going to pick up at least one of them. And bingo, he got David Price, who is really awesome. David Price he's a good teammate, and that's hard to find in today's baseball. He's good. But I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I'm going to do one of these shows maybe once or twice a week, and we'll see how it goes. And maybe I can do more, or maybe I'll back down and do less. But this is, it's like a new show, kind of like the Tonight Show. You go as you come. But one thing about baseball is once you're a true fan, you're always a fan. And never let your favorite player get in the way of good play or bad play. I mean, Anibal Sanchez is my most favorite player on Detroit. But he needs to get it this year. If not, I would think about seriously moving him down into the relief or maybe letting him go. And Victor Martinez, God, I hope he does good this year because I just love the man. He comes to that plate, he puts fear. I mean, he can hit from both sides of the plate, and he's a good two-strike hitter. It's just when knees get bad, they get bad. If you don't believe me, ask Kirk Gibson. When knees start going, there's not a lot you can do. So I'm going to get out of here, and we're going to let this show go. And like I said, you can catch me on CAROAR68PTURE. And I am the one and only Baseball Genius.